1, 2, 3, and as always, hey now, Metal Mike coming at you. I'm in the bunker. It's Sunday afternoon. Of course, every Sunday I get up and I go to the Medina flea market. Went today, and boy, it just seems to get more drab and more dead each week. But I do just enjoy the excitement of getting out there and just hunting, walking around for 2-3 hours looking for stuff. And I found one piece today that I brought home. I want to show it to you. So let's get a nice shot of it, eh? So what we'll do is we'll come over here, and I can get a nice shot of it just by hand. We'll handheld. Got this Marx early wind-up tank. As you can see, it's missing the wheels on this one. It looks like it's missing 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and 4 on the opposite side, as well as the other rubber track. But other than that, the patina on this baby is just beautiful. Look at this. I don't know if it's capturing it for you, the beautiful green olive color, World War II green, almost German green in a way. It's just quite awesome with the pitting and the dirt. But overall, when running, it's a wind-up, mind you. That's what's even crazier. This cannon pumps back and forth and imitates firing, and it crawls along. Now let's look at the bottom even. I mean, just hardly dragged upon. You gotta love it. Usually, typically, maybe you would think that this would all be rusted out. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So that was the buy today. I paid $22 for it. Realistically, I've done the research on it. That was probably top dollar for this condition. Maybe this one's worth a little bit more, but you know, for this wasn't about value for me. This was something that I wanted in my collection of military tins, and that's where it's going to go. And it's just a nice piece of shelf art, and as far as I'm concerned, at $22, a hell of an investment. I feel that this will skyrocket in the future. I really do. Alright, now this is for a future video, but I'm going to give you an idea here, if I can aim the camera properly, of my plans. If you'll remember, the other day I went through a couple of old junk boxes. We're going to call them junk drawers, basically, remember? And we pulled out these tokens and some costume jewelry and railway tokens and some old patches and some old coins. Old rings were found in that last box, remember? And then also the other night, we went through a box at about 10 o'clock at night that I had gotten from an old man. Whoa. So, what we're going to do here is, this is a case that I've had for years, and I've stuck all my trinket, junk drawer type items in it, and what I want to do is go through that with you guys live, well, not live, I guess, but unscripted, and just see what we can find, how much is rubbish. And so today, we're just going to kind of give a taste of it, because I'd like to devote a whole video to it of just me calmly opening up the drawers and going through it. But let's zoom in. And we'll do one drawer, and we'll listen to Detente. Princess Carolyn. She just passed away. She lives in the neighborhood. This is awesome. I'm going to give that to her son if he calls me to clean out her estate. Nice 1950s plastic cowboy. An old Timex. There she goes. I used to wear this one. Just a nice vintage watch. Let's see, what was this here? It's 25 years. Gold National. Don't know what that is. Here's another great old cowboy. Look at the detail in the face, for Christ's sake. Hopefully you can see that. It really has the expression of the man in it. You say, well, big deal, Michael. It's just a toy. It's made by, let's say, Tiny Me. Old ring with no stone. An old drugstore bottle. Vitamin E capsules. This is from Lyndale and Broadway in Minneapolis. Beautiful old bottle. Back in the day, I used to buy these things and stick them in the windowsill. I no longer do that. Let's see, Canada. Just a little pin. Let's see, halibut, capital, Prince Rupert of the world. Some kind of giveaway or souvenir. Another Canadian, pretty early, little pin back. It's broken off, obviously. Here's another one, Explorers, it says. Old Alaska pin back, I guess we could call it. Pretty early. A little bit of an enamel to it, paint. Just a cheap old souvenir with the pin back broke off. Very common in the 70s and 80s. Ohio. Kansas. It's actually a really cool little pin. This is pretty old here. I mean, look at that. Compared to the stuff they make nowadays, you know, all from China, it's just garbage. You probably bend it with your hand. Let's see what we got here. Just an old fishing lure. I'm sure of no value. It's early, though. But you know what? You gather a few of these together, maybe you get $5-10. This is a blue fox. And you never know either. It could be a sleeper. What's a sleeper? Something that has value and you don't realize it. I don't know what you would call this. Little tuning fork. Some really early either fish weights or bullet heads. I'm not sure. I don't even know what they are. Junior something. Doesn't tell you a lot, does it? It's just an old locket. I'm sure it's empty. I gotta think. Yeah. Broken even. This goes perfect in when I tell you to spread it all out on the table and you've got lots of trinkets that you just want to move out, and they fall under junk drawer and steampunk are the keywords. People love to use these in making modern folk art and just really great creations. Pretty early, it's marked. A couple of tokens. So what I'm actually going to be doing as I do this is I'm going to be throwing these now, try to group them. So that's what I'll do. I'll come back to this later, and I'm going to start making small piles. So when I'm done, I can close this cabinet down. Is this the one that I just showed you? I bet you it is, yeah. Is there anything else in there cool worth showing you? I don't think so. Just an old bullet shell. Zenith, I have this somewhere. This is for furniture. What's this here now? Another junior. Early marble. So let's pan up. See what I'm talking about here. This is what I'm talking about. These drawers are all full. You know, and we're gonna go over to this one here. Get this old watchmaker's case for crystals, and each one of these drawers is full. And a lot of them have stories, the items inside. I like to tell them. See, these are cool. I was collecting these for back in the day when I used to always go out junking and digging in dumpsters and stuff. These are old night lights. At one point, I'm sure I still have them on. I think I've got about 3 or 4 of them. And I find them really cool, and they tend to still work. What do we got here? Looks like just a little boy. Some guys in combat gear. Foxhole. That's brutal. I want to say this is John Raleigh. You guys are saying, who the fuck is John Raleigh? He's a guy that worked with Gilbert. So there we go. A lot of fidgeting by me today. But that's what I wanted to keep it simple. This is kind of cool. Let's take a peek in here. This is a souvenir that you'd buy roadside, probably 1950s, 1940s. And it's just as found as can be. Almost, I believe they're paper mache bodies. And just, wow, just a cool time capsule here that somebody picked up along the road years ago traveling the United States. So there we go. That's what we got going today for Michael, Metal Mike, Buzzard Junk. As we kind of gander in here. These are cool too. I picked these up from Marty, my stepdad, before he passed away. These are old Safe Driver. I believe you get them through your insurance company, but a couple of rows of them. That and some chauffeur pins. Not a lot of value in those, but some people collect them and they're kind of neat. This is really cool here. Let's just keep going for a minute here. Why not? We're having a little bit of fun. This is a World War I U.S. soldiers shaving kit. And we'll just pop that open for you. Beautiful. Here's something I always dug. It's for gum. I obviously used it for an ashtray at some point. It's just this little ceramic. Maybe you win it at the fair, and you put your gum there to save it. This little baby here, eyeless. This is the kind of stuff that I used to find in the trash. Like, this doesn't have a battery, but I remember finding this in the garbage a few years back. It's a really nice Timex. Little pocket watch. They obviously tried to stuff in this envelope because the crystal is broken on it. Foreign coins. I think we found that in this house when we moved in. It was here. I'll have to go through those. Maybe there's something in there. There's a great old Minneapolis police uniform button. Probably a jacket tunic. Really cool. Very early. Just an old shell with ashes coming out of it. Used it as an ashtray at some point. Vintage Halloween. Can we get it out of there? Yeah, people collect these little plastic toys. I know it's absurd, but it happens. Let's dig back in here for a second. I love these old religious good light, lucky charms, we'll call them. Two cute old chicks, flappers, dressed as flappers. The Jane Mansfield Club. What is this from, boys? You want to tell me? Not a lot of excitement in here, but I still dig looking through this shit because it gives me an opportunity to later get rid of it. It's just assessing everything at all times, evaluating your inventory. What do you have? What do you need to get rid of? The more times you can go through your stuff, let me tell you. Let's wrap this up, huh? Nice calm Sunday here. I really feel that the more times that you can continue to go through your inventory, break it down, and sorting through it over and over and over, and you're going to continue to weed it out. And eventually you'll get there where you want to be. And where is that we want to be? Hopefully you're like me and you have a vision where you want to get. Remember, as we get older, our bodies simply can't climb over piles of stuff anymore. You're going to be able to access your stuff. If you're going to sell it, if you're going to leave it to someone else, you have to make it accessible to them. And you have to have it broken down and ready for them. Or you have to enjoy all the spoils yourself and sell everything in your senior years. And but you need to be able to know where everything is and have gone through it so many times you know where everything is. There's nothing worse than not knowing what you have or where it is. So keep going through stuff, keep shaking stuff loose, keep blowing things out. And remember, always throw something out. There's always something. I can easily spot about 3 or 4 things right now. You probably say everything, but about 3 or 4 things right now that I could throw out. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to continue sorting myself. I'm going to have some delicious diet A&W. What junk antique guy doesn't love a nice root beer, huh? A&W rock and rolls. Is this, do I get paid from A&W? Oh, hell no, but I love it. It's good stuff. Hey now, everyone, have a good day. And 5 minutes. It's on vinyl, CD. It's been re-released on vinyl now. It's with the amazing Dawn Crosby on vocals. Hands down, one of the first, other than Wendy O. Williams, female singers that really was fucking badass and can blow any dude's balls off. I mean, this chick is fucking tough. Every track is lightning, blistering heavy. And she does not fucking play. Her vocals are hard as fuck. This is very early shit. I think this came out in maybe 84, 85. I guess it says 86. But man, just an underground classic of a band that just fucking missed the boat. And you don't even know how. The guitar playing on this shit is amazing. And a rest in peace to Caroline. She used to let me come to her house and haul away junk for her. And I found all kinds of cool shit years ago when I used to drive the alleys. And that's how I met her. And that's about networking. And I always called her Princess Caroline because, well, then I knew I wouldn't forget her name of Caroline. But she was a super nice lady. And she would just call me up on the phone and I'd come over and pick up junk and antiques from her. And, you know, hell, I'd flip the bird bath for her if she needed it done. I met her sister. I had an amazing piece of folk art that I foolishly sold years ago that I got from her. But rest in peace, Princess Caroline.